Shalom. I want to start giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, respect and charity to all you brothers out there pushing his word with sincerity and truth, putting your lives at stake in the battlefield on the front line. This is another episode of Performing Arts. This is Brother Shammai Basar. Matthew chapter 22, verse 35. Then one of them, which was a lawyer, asked him a question, tempting him, and saying, Master, which is the great commandment in the law? And Yahushua said unto him, Thou shalt love the Lord thy power with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind. This is the first and great commandment, and the second is like unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. Of course, we know that the neighbors that they're talking about is not your next door neighbor. That's a different nationality. Your neighbor first and foremost starts with your people, which is Israel. Okay? And a lot of people might say that that's not true, but you got to be real with yourself, because you have to understand this. Any other nationality, let's say Polish, Russian people, or which is the Edomites, or Moab people, the first person that they're going to look out for is for their own kind before you. Okay, now a lot of people don't like to admit that, but you know that that's true. Okay? So that neighbor is talking about your nation, your people. And that's one thing that Israel don't have together. They don't know how to love their own brother, their neighbor, as themselves. Okay? They'll love everybody else, but they won't love themselves. Okay? And we call that the Stockholm Syndrome. All right? Which is very alive in our people today. And then it says, and second is unlikened to, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets. Okay? Now, the reason why I want to meditate on this is because what seeds are you planting in your garden? What seeds are you planting in your garden? Because any seed that you plant in your garden, if you have faith and you manifest, it could come to reality. You could have that done on a carnal level, but it's better to have that done on a spiritual level, because the spiritual man is higher than the carnal man. Okay? And when you go spiritual, you'll get all those things and some that's carnal, on the carnal level. So I say to you, what seeds are you planting? Now, the reason why your life may not be turning out the way you think it is, okay, we all go through ups and downs. We all go through hard times, okay? But when you listen to these scriptures and you sit down and meditate on them, and you plant these two seeds, which is the first seed is love the Most High with your whole heart. By applying that, what would you be doing? You would be doing this work. You got your life, you got your job, you got your hobbies, but this would be the first thing that you do. Okay? Serving the Most High. Second unto it is what? Like, love your brother, Israel, your people. And if you love your people, what would you be doing? You'll be trying to wake them up. Okay? And bring them into this fold. We done tried the Black Panther movement, failed. We done tried to hold them to the government, it failed. But we won't try these law, statute, commandments, which planting these seeds in our garden. The garden is what? The garden is your mind. And then we speak it, we manifest it. And it comes to reality, which is your what? Faith. Didn't the scripture say with faith you can move a mustard seed? But a lot of you people don't believe in that. That's why nothing happens for you in your life. All right? Now, try planting these two seeds in your life. Because on these two seeds hang all the law, statutes, and commandments. So how many law, statutes, and commandments is there? To be exact, it's 613. Okay? But on these two, if you do these two, you're fulfilling them all. Now, take these two seeds and plant them in your garden, which is your mind. Speak it. Speak what? Speak these words. Speak these laws. Speak it to your people. You'll see the Most High will give you a spiritual head all around you and your people. So when that hour of temptation comes, whatever it may be, you'll be ready. Because the Lord got you. Now plant these two seeds in your garden and watch how beautiful your garden is. Watch how beautiful your mind is. Watch how beautiful your aura is. You see how people say, that brother got a light on his face, like a glow. Or you see a woman, you know what I'm saying? And she be like, that woman got a nice glow on her face. Okay? That's what these scriptures, that's what these two seeds, that if you abide if you abide by them, you would also have the glow. Like in Star Wars, you would have the Force, my son Luke. You will have the Force, my son Luke. You'll be a Jedi for the Most High. Plant these seeds in your garden, in your mind. Manifest them, carrying them out by preaching this good news and gospel, by praying. And watch how beautiful your garden is. Watch how beautiful your garden is going to blossom. Watch how beautiful your garden is going to have an abundance, well-nourished water, which is the word as well. Okay? Next scripture is Romans 13 and 10. And other things too, a lot of you brothers is not grateful for the little things you got. The scriptures always tell you don't covenant after somebody else's things. And don't also be jealous of what your other brother have either. And a lot of us and our people, we do that. And that brings us down. That's an energy that brings us down. That's a frequency that's no good for us. Try not to be like somebody else. Try to be your own man. Okay? Romans 13 and 10. And that's in the scriptures. They say that's covenants. It says thou shalt not covet that brother, which means want what he has, or be jealous. Like, I want to get the same thing in. You're not supposed to do that. Romans 13 and 10. It says, love work no ill to his neighbor. Therefore, love is the fulfilling of the law. See that? Love works no ill to his neighbor. Right. Because love is what? These commandments. These commandments teach you how you should deal with your brother. Okay? Not when I go somewhere to another town, if I'm not a familiar face, these niggas want to rob me. These niggas want to stick me up. Okay? But you notice any other nation can go anywhere they want to go, right? And they don't have to worry about their own people trying to hurt them. Think about that. You see white boys can go to a bar that they never been to out of town. Okay? The other white boys that bring them in and say, come on, you have a drink. And they'll treat them to drinks. They'll have drinks all night. Two niggas get together and do that and go to another town. We get stomped out. We get shot at. We get robbed. And what did the scriptures just say? Love work no ill to his neighbor. Therefore, love is the fulfilling of the law. Now, here's the thing with that. You got niggas, right, that'll tell you that this is a white man's book, right? Would a white man put something in there like that? Because that would make the people come together. See, now if the white man put something out like that, wouldn't it would be something like to divide the people? Wouldn't it be something like stick them niggas up when you see them, when they come on your turf, or something like that, right? Why would, if this was a white man book, why would he have something like this? Love work no ill towards his neighbor. Therefore, love is the fulfilling of the law. Now, the law was made only for Israel, the nation of Israel. So that's first and foremost letting you know that that's talking about your people. But first and foremost, it's the elect. Okay? See, these men out there that you see, I'm talking about all camps. I'm not just talking about SRS camp. I'm talking about all camp that's out there doing this, and they sincere with this, and they don't have no malice in their heart. They upbuilding our community, the nation of Israel. They upbuilding this nation by doing that, by planting those two seeds. And eventually the Lord is going to water that garden, and it's going to be, that garden is going to be beautiful with all our people in it. First and foremost, the elect. They're going to have the first batch, first fruits. Okay? That's what we got to look forward to. And then it says, look at this. It says, verse 11, and that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of our sleep. Right. We telling y'all niggas to wake up out of your sleep. What sleep we talking about? Not literally sleep. We talking about that sleep in the dense darkness going against your brother. Your brother coming to another town robbing him instead of greeting him. Okay? See, that's why niggas shoot you down in the streets and shoot you down and shoot your children down. That's why. Because they know that y'all weak as a community. Y'all weak as a nation. You see when brothers get on the streets and we all come together, let's say we playing CeeLo, right? You see everybody start getting nervous when brothers come together, even though that may be on a negative point, right? Most of the time it might be selling drugs, but they all crowded around coming together, right? Everybody start getting nervous. That's the power that we possess. But that's on the left-hand side. Just imagine how much power we have if we on the right-hand side, if we doing right. We all coming together as a community. Another Black Wall Street. That's how the kingdom is going to be. The kingdom of heaven. That's going to be on earth. It's going to be the Black Wall Street, but it's going to be better than that. 10 times better than that. We can't even imagine how beautiful that's going to be. Black Wall Street. Israelite. I don't even like to say it. Yasha Allah Wall Street. Better than that. Our streets going to have gold bricks on it. Rubies engraved inside of the concrete, the walkway. Our women going to be carried. Like in the old ancient days when you see them Edomites, women, they be carried and the men had to carry them around. Like, or whatever, I forgot what that's called. But you know what I'm talking about. You see some of the movies, she have the umbrella on and she's sitting down and the men, 4 guys is carrying her around like they do the kings too. But they said our women, it's in the scriptures that they never would walk. They never would walk. They were so dainty, so delicate. And that's what we're gonna have in the kingdom of heaven. We trying to let your people know when we out there on this highway and byway, this is for you. What did it say? It says, in that knowing the time that now is high time to wake out of sleep. Wake the fuck up. Get on your grind. Deal with your family. Take care of your kids. Okay? Build the nation up. And let's get strong again, man, as a people. Let's stop having these people look at us like dogs and animals, like we in the fucking Bronx Zoo. Start dogging out our women, and women start dogging out our men. And the fathers be an example to your sons. Show them how to do it. Not over drinking and bogging out all the time. Mothers do the same thing. Show your daughters how to be daughters. Okay? Niggas be looking at us like monkeys in the zoo. Look at them. Or the poor little black kids or black family. This is the truth. Walk thee in it. Then it says, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believe. That's right. Times is getting harder. The days is getting darker. Niggas' lives are shorter. They dying from either food or dying by getting shot down in the streets. We're the number one enemies of the state. Nowhere to go, nowhere to run. All right. You happy if you could make it to 21. You know what I'm saying? Or Lord bless me to make it to 45. Some older. Don't you know that we was built and everything is designed for us to fail? But you niggas tell me go to any other religion or go to any culture. But one thing, don't come to this Bible because it's a white man book and there's no benefits in it for you. That's a goddamn lie. And the truth ain't in you. You niggas like you don't have faith. Okay? A nigga like you was never really into this word. You played with this as a joke. Okay? Niggas like you talk about the Most High, but when it comes to doing work for it, you don't want to work for it. You want it to come to you. Niggas like that is weak. That's the apple of the bunch. That messes up. Bad apple of the bunch. It messes up for the real men out there doing what's right. And what's right is according to these scriptures. All right? 1 Timothy 1 and 5. So what seed are you planting? Are you planting these two seeds? Those are the two seeds you need to be planting in your garden. First Timothy 1 verse 5. Now the end of the commandment is charity out of a pure heart and out of good conscience and of faith unfeigned, from which some have swerved, have turned aside unto vain jangling. Yeah, that's what you niggas do. You first talk about this, okay, and if it don't go your way, you go to vain jangling. You tell us to go to Egyptology. That's a vain jangling. Okay? You tell us to go to 5% Nation backwards. That's a vain jangling. Okay? You tell us to go into what's that shit? The Big Bang Theory. Believe in that. How we come from apes and monkeys. Vain janglings. Niggas is not trying to hear that. Well, they are trying to hear that. Yeah, they run into that. You stand correct. Yeah, niggas is trying to hear that. That's what they embrace today. Trash. Okay? But the men of the Lord is shunning that. Look, verse 7. Desiring to be teachers of the law, understanding neither what they say nor whereof they affirm. But we know that the law is good if a man use it lawfully. Damn right. We know that the law is good. This word, this Bible is good. Okay? This ain't no white man's doctrine. Okay? This is a spiritual doctrine from the celestial lights up above. Knowing this, that the law is not made for a righteous man, but for the lawless and disobedient, for the ungodly, and for the sinners, for unholy and profane, for murderers of fathers and murderers of mothers, for manslayers, for whoremongers, for them that defile themselves with mankind, for men stealers, for liars, for perjured persons, and if there be any other thing that is contrary to sound doctrine, according to the glorious gospel of the blessed Most High, which was committed to my trust. And I think, which we should all think, Yahushua, Mashiach Yahweh, our Lord, who have enabled me. For that he counted me faithful, putting me into this ministry. That's how we should be feeling. Are you counting thankful? Because if you are, you'll be planting these two seeds. The first seed that you should be planting in your garden, because all the other vegetables and things that you desire is going to come in your garden. But you could just start with these two seeds. Isn't that amazing? If you could just take two seeds and plant it, and you'll get abundance of other seeds. So let's say you plant these two seeds in your garden. Then when you update that when you do that, serving the Most High with your whole heart. Okay. Second is loving your neighbor as yourself. And when you love your neighbor, you're going to be telling him the good news, the glad tidings that the kingdom of heaven for the nation of Israel, first and foremost. Another episode of Performing Arts. Brother Shemai Basar, Shalom.